Welcome to Our Heritage. We're so pleased that you joined us this month for our great program. Our first guest this week is Miss Lydia Lott. She is the Genealogy Director at Satilla Regional Library. Welcome, Lydia.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm excited about this.
I know you got new hours. Well, let's get that over with first.
Okay. Our new hours are from 11 to 7, Monday through Thursday. And then on Fridays, they're 11 to 4. And then on Saturday, though, we still have Saturday. Saturday, they're from 12 to 3.
Oh, that's good to know. That's good to know.
And if anybody comes to the library, to the library, you go towards the back. That's where our genealogy department is. And if you stand at the door, you go all the way around, and I can tell you where everything's at all the way around. We start with a display case, old display era stuff that we have in that display case. And then we have some miscellaneous stuff. And then we have a cabinet there that's gray, and it has old newspapers. And it's just like, you want to find out about a murder. You go to AM and you go through them papers. And we love for them people, if they want to, instead of going and looking in our film, they can look through them first and see if whatever story or article that they're looking for is in there. And that's more easy to take to the copier, because we don't have no copier in our department. And so you can take it out, and that's better than taking, having to put the filming it and all that.
Well, a question about the newspapers.
Yes.
Is it a newspaper file, or is it an actual old newspapers?
It's a sheet of paper that somebody's cut out for that, like a murder of the first hanging in Coffee County. It would be under the hanging, and then it would be just the sheet telling the story.
Wonderful.
And then as we're going around, we have a lot of history on Coffee County standing up there. And as you go, they'll be in a section, and they'll say Coffee County up at the top. And any other family books would be also there. And I have it up there where it says family books. So if your name's Morgan and somebody wrote a book, they can go in there and look for the book or the author. Okay? And then we keep going around, and then we come to these file cabinets. And these file cabinets that we have up there has from A to Z file folders, and they're family file folders that, Morgan, you can go in there, look for that Morgan file, and a lot of people come in there and just put stuff in there. Or while I'm finding something, I'll go ahead and put it in somebody's file. So, and that's very, very beneficial to all the people that come in there, is the family files. And then we go around, and I have some books that are other states, like Tennessee, Alabama, Ohio, a lot of other states that have, we have gotten some of these books, so I have them there. If somebody needs something from Tennessee, they can go right there, and it's a whole lot of information there too. And then when we go around, we come to our family books, and like I said, we have all the counties on that department. So if you come from Willie Coochie, you can go in there and look at the county that's from, or Jeff Davis. I have a lot of Jeff Davis there also, and a lot of pictures that are in files and in these books that you can see through. It's a lot of information there from all the counties. Of course, some counties are smaller and they don't have that much information. So, and a lot of that information you can get from the internet and all. And then we go around and we have yearbooks. A lot of we're up to 2004 of our yearbooks for Coffee County for the high school. So if anybody asks you, where can I donate this to? and their later books come over to ours. And then we go around, and of course it's my desk, and it's too messy for anybody to look through. And then we have obituaries. We have obituary files, and there's, oh my goodness, over 2,000 in them files that you can come in there, you know, like a Morgan that you're looking for. You can go and look in the Morgan section and see if there are obituaries there. And then we have some obituary books also there that, you know, been handwritten and all that people put together that tells you where they died. It tells you the cemetery that they're at and all that.
That's good to know.
Yeah, cemetery, and they're excellent. Whoever done these, they were excellent with their information that they have. Mr. Paulk, you know, Paulk, he's done a lot of the books for us.
Right.
And then we have miscellaneous things from other counties, some obituaries from other counties. And then our main thing when you're looking for genealogy is if we have these books that are called
Huxford's?
And we have a whole set of them from 1 to 12, but now they have started on a new one. But we only have 1 and 2 so far of them. But the 1 and 2 is mostly Florida, more Florida than it is Georgia. And I think I got everything in there that we have, but with our new hours, it's a little bit more difficult for me to be there all the time. But if they'll stop at the front desk and ask me, you know, I need to find this, I can leave the front desk and go help them.
That's good to know. So you can
Right.
have time to make help.
Right, right.
That's fantastic. I know I have been in there quite a bit, and I like going through the old newspapers, not necessarily for information, but it's interesting to see what people were buying and how much it cost and what church had a revival or who shot who or what.
You're right.
Those kind of things are just, I can spend hours just reading, and I can remember in my lifetime when the newspaper used to report who ate Sunday dinner with who. So those kind of things are interesting to me.
Right.
What kind of newspapers do you have on file there?
Okay,
like that?
we have from 1898 starts the films that we have that you can put on in our machine, and you can go through them. Now, our machine's a little slower, so you have to take your time with ours. But yes, we have that to 2004.
Wonderful.
That you can go through the newspaper.
I haven't made it that recent yet.
Yeah, the newspaper's from 1898 to 2004.
Okay, fantastic. Good to know. What about the marriage binders?
Okay, those are from 1800s on to 208.
2008.
Yes. So, because we don't have that one in there yet, but it's being bind to
I know
bring
I
in
found
there.
some information on some early marriages when I was doing
Right.
research on West Grain. So that was always good to know.
Right. So, you just have to come in and ask us. And
I know you don't have many computers in there.
We only have 2.
2 computers.
Yes.
Okay.
So you have to have your library card to get onto it, because you just can't get on. But our computers back there, we take a little bit more time with them. We don't do like the front ones. The front ones that have an abundance of people, we don't. So you can stay on that
A little bit
if
longer.
you're doing genealogy, because that's all they're for.
Okay.
Genealogy.
Good to know. Good to know. One program that y'all have that I have seen, I was actually attended several times, is the History at High. I call it History at High Noon.
Yes, it's History at High Noon. At History at High Noon, and she has been our speaker also. But yes, that comes on every 4th Wednesday of the month. We have History at High Noon. I have a little cookies and something to drink, because my older folks, they like to munch while they listen. And we have different speakers. This speaker here is Mr. Corbett, and he'll be talking about the history when he was around in the 1930s. And
Oh, fantastic.
so, and he so graciously. And if you find out anybody wants to volunteer, I'll take all volunteers.
Anybody wants to come speak,
Yes,
come on.
come on, because I'm always looking. And then, but we go on break from November and December, because most of the time our library's closed.
Those times,
Yes.
those days, because of the holidays.
Right.
That's right. Well, Lydia, thank you so much for coming
you.
today. We appreciate it, and I hope everybody gets a chance to go by and look in the genealogy room. It's just amazing. Even if you aren't looking for your family, just look and see what's in there. You get mesmerized by the stories people's lives tell.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. I've enjoyed this.
Welcome back to our program. We today have an exhibit going on called Coffee County Athletes, Little League to Pro. And when we put up this exhibit, the first person that came to my mind to be on our program was Coach Royal. Thank you for showing up today. I appreciate it.
Thank you for inviting me.
One of the things that I mentioned to him to start with was the class of 83, the 82 football season. It had to be one of the highlights of any coach's career.
Well, it's been a long time ago now. It's been a long time. No, it was. I've got fond memories of 82. I sure do, Carol.
You had so many good athletes, and they were good students.
Yeah, well, a lot of things. This group of kids came in, and I shouldn't call them kids, and they had come through the recreation department with the Demons and Dynamos. You remember those?
Right, I do.
Walter Huckabee. And they were prepared. They were united. They were together, had good leadership in every facet, and had good athletes. But they came to me pretty much prepared. They were, they knew what football was all about. They knew what they had to do, so it made it a little easier.
Okay. Anything else that you think contributed to their success?
Well, back then it was our facilities wasn't that great. We didn't have much of a weight room, so. But these guys worked out. They, we didn't have any overweight kids. We had good athletes. They were good athletes, and they had worked hard. But I think the biggest thing that I can remember is they were such a close-knit group of boys. We had good leadership. We had just great leadership with Harold Ragsdale and the quarterback. We always start with a quarterback.
Right.
You always put that guy in place because he's such a pivotal person. But we did. We had good leadership, and we had good athletes. Of course, Wood Smith and Max Vickers in the backfield was second to none in the state.
Right.
We had an offensive line that wanted to see these two guys run the ball, and they take great pride in knocking people out of the way and opening up holes for them.
That's great. That's great. What was the record for the Trojans that year?
12-1.
12-1. Didn't have a lot of those when I was in high school, for sure. Usually it was the opposite. What were some of the best ones, or most outstanding at times, on that team, besides the ones you've already mentioned?
Well, you talking about the wins or players?
Both.
Well, we beat Valdosta.
Oh, yeah.
That was a first, because the people in Douglas, even at Douglas High School, of course, Coffee High back in the 50s and 60s, all they'd heard about was Valdosta. Valdosta was all they'd heard about. And they were dominating high school football, and it was recognized all the way to Atlanta for years. So when we come up and beat them, I think it was 34-31 or something like that. I think what that did to this town was brought them together. And for the first time, they said that, we are behind this bunch of boys.
That's right.
It unified the town, brought the town closer together, and got a little